Yo, Doug. So, I was going to make a video showing you washing the yeast, but to use your washed yeast, you need to do a starter, so I figured I'd show you that. Two, since I have to make one tonight, step one is I use 4 ounces for a 6-gallon batch of DME, Pilsner DME, and get one of these 2-liter beakers, and you can just boil it right in this. So hopefully I have 4 ounces in here. Come on, come on. And I don't. I got 3.5. So I'm just gonna add a little bit less water and call it good. End of part 1. So now you add some water to your DME. Normally I add 1,200 milliliters, but since I'm a little bit short, I'm probably just gonna go for like, I don't know, 900 to 1,000. Stir it up a little bit, and then bring that shit to a boil. In the meantime, I'm gonna get my washed yeast right here. You can see the yeast in the bottom on top of some beer. I don't want all that beer. So it's been in the fridge for a few weeks, so it's nice and cold. I'm gonna decant all that beer off the top. Leave a little bit of beer in there just to give it a little swish. Now we're gonna let that sit to room temperature while I boil my yeast, or my starter. Going right here. Now, if you use a beaker, you gotta be really fucking careful not to boil over. Alright, I'm seeing some little bubbles. It looks like it's starting to get close. Like I said, you gotta be really careful. Stir it occasionally. So some people use foam stoppers when they're doing this. I tried that, had a bad experience because my shit got foamy and got all over the foam stopper, and it was just a mess. Lots of people just use tin foil. Some people put it on at this stage to sanitize the tin foil. I had a hard time keeping the boil going without boiling over when I did that, so I think it's a lot easier just to have a piece of tin foil handy and sanitize it when you're done. Starting to boil, take it off, bring the heat down. So yeah, just spray a piece of tin foil with sanitizer down and use that for your lid on this after you're done boiling. I'll show you when we get there. But my first starter I did in just a crock pot, and it was a bit easier because you didn't have to do this, but then there was pouring back and forth, and that seemed a little unnecessary to me. So you just got to find the sweet spot on your stove. So yeah, boil it for 15 minutes to get everything sanitized, and I'll see you then. All right, there we go. All boiled for 15 minutes. Heat off. So I'm just gonna sanitize some tin foil, Star San. Little cap for it. And I'm actually just going to stick this in the fridge for a couple hours probably to bring it down to room temperature before I add my yeast. Alright, so my wort is down to room temperature a couple hours later. Now I have a sanitized funnel. Drop it in, get my yeast, switch it up a little bit, and dump it right on in. So some people swear by stir plates. Keep it moving, increases the cell count a bit. I have yet to invest in one. So I just basically, sorry, I'm gonna re-sanitize this. So I just give mine a swirl every time I walk by it, and it's worked every time. I usually have like an inch of krausen within 8 to 10 hours of pitching. Another option is if you make it a couple days before you're brewing, the night before, you can throw this in the refrigerator and cold crash it, and your yeast will all sink to the bottom. And then the day of your brew, you can decant it like I did that washed yeast at the beginning of the video, and it'll make your starter much smaller. Just pour some of the beer off, keep a little bit just to swirl it around. That way it doesn't dilute. I mean, I'm not really too concerned about diluting 6 gallons with a liter, but some people are. That's why I use Pilsner malt, the lightest amount of flavor as possible. But it's also, if your efficiency's high and your beer's a little strong, it's kind of nice because it gives you a little more beer and it cuts it down just barely. But so yeah, that's basically it. Super easy, man. I'll film the washing of the yeast this weekend and put these together, and you can kind of get an idea of the whole process and how easy it is and how much money you save. It's pretty rad. But hope this helps. Later.